So in my last vlog, I mentioned that I put together an emergency wedding kit. So I'm going to be talking about what that consists of. And yes, I just finished editing the vlog that went out on Wednesday, and that'll be tomorrow in my time. So trying to get ahead of these for you guys so that way I can guarantee that your vlogs will be out. So trying my best. Alright, so wedding day emergency kit. It's just a list that I put together with Julia, my maid of honor. So first things first, a first aid kit for obvious reasons. Just it's always great to have on hand, and Julia is supplying that. And then a steamer. I have a steamer that I'm borrowing from my father-in-law. So we have that just in case anything gets wrinkled. It'd be really easy to take care of it. A sewing kit. So this is something that Marissa is providing. She has so many different thread options, and just like she has a whole kit, so I figured just let her bring that. Pads and tampons for obvious reasons, just in case. Nail polish, so Marissa has the color nail polish that we're going to be using, and she also has the color that I'm going to be using because I'm doing more of a nude color and they're all doing a blue color. Makeup kit, which Marissa has all of that stuff situated. Tweezers. So I actually have a little, I have some of these supplies beside me. I did not grab this one, but it's just basically a little kit, and it has like nail scissors, it has clippers, it has tweezers, it has basically the whole little fixin' thing. So I'm just gonna grab that for the day of. Lotion, just to have on hand, because I'm sure those of you have noticed that my wrist isn't always the most pretty looking. I struggle with what I assume is eczema, but I've been told by some doctors it's eczema, I've been told by others it's psoriasis. Honestly, since they can't agree, I believe it is a combination of the two, but I have what I believe is eczema on my wrist, which is why I have scaly and dryness and all of that good stuff. But I believe I have psoriasis on like the palms of my hands. And psoriasis is basically an extra layer of skin. It tends to be more common in women, and it tends to be more common in food service. And until recently, that was my job, was food service. So it wouldn't surprise me if I did develop it through the couple years that I was doing food service, because I worked in food service for about 3 years, just less than 3 years. So there's that. Oil blotting sheets, which I have here. So just standard, because it's gonna be July, it's gonna be hot. You can never be too careful. So I got some of these. Extra contacts because I'm wearing contacts on the big day. That's going to be really helpful because I have a funny story. So Josiah and I went to Disney World in 2018. Well, the first day we were down there, and I was wearing my contacts. The first day we were down there, we went to Disney Springs and we did what's called the Void. So the Void is like a VR experience, and it's really cool. It's just, you get in your VR, you have attachments and everything to your body, so they like hook you into this vest. And we did the Star Wars version, so you get hooked up, you're a stormtrooper, but you're a rebel disguised as a stormtrooper because you're trying to get in the base and get something and then get out, basically undetected. Well, what happened, we were going through the experience and everything, and since you're all buckled in and everything, it vibrates. The vest will vibrate if you get hit, or if you take like a blaster hit, so you know if you're getting hit. But it's also really cool because as you're walking in the rooms through the VR, you are walking through the void. So they have it set up so like if you see your blaster in a holster, you grab it and there's literally something there that you're holding onto in real life. So it is very immersive, it is very cool, and we highly recommend it if you ever have that opportunity. But basically what happened, if you're curious for the rest of the story, Josiah, as soon as he grabbed the blaster, accidentally shot it. So we were detected right away, and so we basically had shoot our way out. It was the 3 of us, so it was me, Josiah, and then Josiah's dad. But it was still a really good time. But in the middle of all of that, my contact lens ripped. So I had finally gotten it out of my eye, and like literally half of it was missing. So I must have lost it somewhere when we were going through that experience, or maybe even a little bit before. But I was walking around with a single contact lens, and I don't think I had my glasses with me either, so I struggled with one contact lens that entire trip. So always extra contacts. Learn that the hard way. Anyway, baby wipes, which I usually have plenty of. They're great for a lot of different things. So yeah, just baby wipes. Breath mints. Again, I think that one's pretty obvious, and I do have these ones. So there's that. Travel deodorant. Now, I did not buy any travel deodorant, but I just figured if I bring mine and put it in my bag, that'll be fine. Fashion tape. So this is essentially a double-sided tape. So a lot of my bridesmaids are wearing dresses that kind of go down in a V, so if they need to, they can kind of like put the tape on here and attach this, so basically the fabric will not move and it will stay where it's adheres to your skin and to the fabric. So it's just a precaution because you never know, there's gonna be a lot going on that day, and I'm trying to make sure that's not one of them. Super glue. It's just an awesome thing to have on hand. Josiah has plenty of it, so I didn't actually buy any. Q-tips, great for mascara. So if you get mascara like up under your eye, it's really easy to just take a Q-tip and wipe it off, so that way you're not messing up your entire look just because you messed up your mascara. Very helpful. Sunscreen. It's gonna be super easy to grab sunscreen. So for those of you that don't know, I have Mary Kay product, and when you purchase a certain amount of Mary Kay product, they give you a roll-up bag. So I have a roll-up bag, and I have the Mary Kay sunscreen and everything, so if I just pack that up, because I'm gonna need it anyway, I'm gonna have my sunscreen on me. And anyone can bring their own sunscreen. I know that Julia's skin is very sensitive and she needs certain types of sunscreen, so that's the way she's doing it. The others could really do whatever, but as long as we have sunscreen, we'll be fine. Because like I said, it's in the heat of July. Just precautions. Hand sanitizer. We're in the middle of COVID. That's really necessary. Even before COVID was a thing and all of this started happening, it's still a good thing to have on hand for your wedding day, so especially now. Nail polish remover. I think that one's kind of self-explanatory. Cotton balls. Again, it's just self-explanatory. Especially if you're gonna need the nail polish remover, you're gonna need cotton balls to assist in the removing of nail polish. Scissors, just a really great thing to have on hand. A phone charger, absolutely. Everyone's gonna need their phone chargers. It is a super easy thing to forget if you are not prepared, at least in some form of a list. I like to make lists for all my packing needs, so yeah, just phone charger, don't forget that. So this one is one that I wouldn't have thought of myself, and I think a lot of you are gonna think that I'm crazy, but Julia said that this is actually a really good idea because you never know, and it may just save any of the bridesmaids, any of me, groomsmen, whomever on the day. So we got diarrhea medication. So anyone eats something, it doesn't agree with them, whatever, they won't be in the bathroom all night. So that's a super, it's a necessary thing, but I don't think a lot of people really have that as a precaution. The next thing is just Tums. We're just trying to be on the safe side. Just make sure we have what we're gonna need, maybe, hopefully. A notebook and pens. Again, just really self-explanatory. If you're trying to get someone to do something, you just write it out, send someone with a note. That's easy enough. Zip ties. Can never go wrong with zip ties. So, zip ties. The contact information for all vendors. Oh, I skipped some. I skipped a lot. Sorry. Let me go back. Back it up. Fashion tape. The lint roller. The lint roller is very necessary. The Tide to Go pen, also very necessary. I already have that, so I didn't buy that. And baby powder. Baby powder. So this will help with chafing for bridesmaids, for me, whomever. Baby powder. But I can't believe I skipped things, but it looks like I hit everything else. So the next thing is the contact information for all vendors, because you never know. That's just gonna be really easy for me to put together. I'll probably do that by the end of the day. And then phone numbers of all the wedding participants. And again, that's just something that's gonna be really helpful to have for my bridesmaids, for my maid of honor, for maybe the best man or the groomsmen, any questions, that type of thing. So it should be super, super easy to go through and do. But yeah, that's the wedding day emergency kit. And then for elephant toothpaste, if you're ever curious about how to do it, I know that Josiah had a recipe. So you need 3% hydrogen peroxide, you need dry yeast, dish soap, if you'd like it colored, you need food coloring, and water. We got a big tin to make sure we have this experiment contained for the venue, because it would be a bit to clean up if we didn't try to prevent a cleanup situation. So basically what you do, you take a half a cup of hydrogen peroxide, I think it's 2 tablespoons of water, okay, and then it's dish soap. I don't think they measured out the dish soap, and then a tablespoon of yeast, and then food coloring as desired. So you take the hydrogen peroxide and you put it in a bottle or a cup or whatever, and then you take your dish soap and you pour it into the peroxide, and then you take your food coloring and you pour that into your peroxide and you mix it up and basically just have it to the side. So then in a separate container you do your water and your yeast, and then you just mix that all together, and then you pour your water mixture into your hydrogen peroxide mixture. And honestly, with the amounts that I'm giving you, it's not that much. You don't have to worry about making a huge mess. If you do it, I just recommend doing it outside. But other than that, it's a super easy, super cool experiment, and I hope you all try it sometime. It's really fun just to watch. But that's the experiment we're going to be doing for our wedding instead of a unity candle or the ropes. I know some people do the ropes and they tie their hands together, that type of thing. But yeah, that's what I've got for you. So, alright. And to our biggest fan, love you, bug bug.